Hey guys, this is Bias Whisperer. Doing another Crackpot theory about Resident Evil 7. This is one of my favorite games that just came out in 2017. It was a big hit amongst everybody and most YouTubers. This is a largely scary game, a big difference from the series coming where it came from and where it's going. I like to see where it's going. Departing from 5 and 6, which became more of a military shooter, less storyline, which kind of hinted at apocalypse, but didn't reward us with it. Because I kind of like the Chris storyline, which Chris is totally different, spoiler alert, in this one. Which he was big and buff in 5 and 6, now he's all different. Return to 7, which 7 is a homage to 1-0 and Code Veronica, which I was playing why I said Code Veronica. As you see, it's more of an isolated incident in a little country town, a small little country mansion, which is just 4 parts, which includes the greenhouse, the old house, the house, supposedly the wrecked ship and everything. Well, I'm gonna hit on a couple points on this one. First of all, I believe Resident Evil 7 had more to deal with 0 and 1 because of the biohazard. Biohazard is more of a controlling entity in the name of Eveline, which she's the whole main antagonist to the whole game, even though you barely see her to the end. Well, you don't know who she is to the end, which is a good storytelling. And she's kind of the wizard behind the curtain. She controls about the whole family besides Zoe and, surprisingly, Lucas, which he's not under the influence of the virus or mutation or infestation, which is more of an infestation than a virus, because if you see, it's more of an organism taking over the bodies of these creatures, and I believe the motive is not even zombies, they're organisms put together to become an entity as a creature. Because as they dissolve and transport through the basement and all the other places, they don't seem like they're a body falling apart. That's why I say Resident Evil 0 as a reference, because Resident Evil 0, they had the leeches, which they were fall apart zombies when they reconstruct themselves. That's why I say it's more what Eveline is infected with is the T-virus. There's 2 viruses, which, if you look at the Wikipedia, it's 2 viruses. The predatory virus, which was the T virus, which also the A virus, and the Veronica virus, which was Resident Evil Veronica, which was affected by one of the founder's children. Which is pretty harmless, because if you see mode as plant life, you will see why the virus will go with that. And mind control, if you remember from Resident Evil Domination, it's and the animated movie, it was another virus that had high mind control, one central being controlling most of the zombies and mutations and all that. Another point I want to point on it, most of the game, because of the 7 is more played on the 7 deadly sins. Greed. I say greed would be more represented in Zoe, that she wanted to be freed and all that. Wrath is played more upon on Jack. Wrath, so it's Jack, or Slot. Zoe, she seems a little lazily through the game. And let's see, Gluttony, you can see Gluttony and pride you can see upon Lewis because he had pride in upon his traps and how he played out and how you wanted to see how everything will grow out and how he outsmart people into the game. Also, you can see pride, wrath, envy, mostly all the deadly sins, even sloth and Evelyn in the end. If you see her original form, which if you spoiler, if you look at, she's the old lady that you see through the whole mansion like 6, 7 times, just staring at you from the wheelchair. Well, this is her actual form, the manifestation of the child, which I believe is more or less it's in his mind. It could be just a clone, which brings me to another point. I don't think Zoe and Maya is actually the daughter of these family members. Yeah, I think they're pretty much clones of Evelyn. I think Evelyn is a clone of a personage from one of the other Resident Evils. Which I want to bring up another point right now that Evelyn could be the daughter of Liz from Resident Evil 1, the woman that was infected with many viruses and survived and got mutated. It was one of the, like Albert Wesker. He survived all the viruses, which is unusual, not being dead, grew to a superhuman, which she is. She regained all her intelligence, not infected, not dead. Pretty much could grow to massive proportions, gigantic, and the only side effect is her age, which we don't know if this is aging because of the virus, which could be specifically to her, or aging because of the virus, because of she's a clone. That's why I say she could be a clone of Mia, or could be a clone of Zoe. She calls Mia mommy, which could be a close relationship to her, which she could be grown in a test tube, not knowing Umbrella, because it seems like she doesn't have a family outside of what she knew on the ship, which is not truly explained towards the end of the game, unless I missed a couple things. She even calls Ian daddy, which is kind of weird. In the end, she tried to kill him. The Baker family. I believe the Baker family has more to do with the incident than what they speak of. Most people point out the mountains from Resident Evil 1 as a Easter egg, but it could be a telltale sign that the Bakers could have been from Raccoon City way back in 1999, and they could have did something with Umbrella, which... If you look at Resident Evil movies, the married couple, setting up a married couple would be a fake cover for something. Could easily be a cover, which we could easily see Mia and Ian as a cover, as a happy couple, as a cover trying to care for this child, which don't seem like he knew, but we don't really hear much from him. We don't know if he truly knew what was going on down in this bayou, what he was getting into. Just pretty much he was going after his wife. And knowing he was going into this infected place. But it seemed like he has battle training and has something to do with this SWAT team that comes to rescue him in the end of the game. So I believe Ian is part of the Umbrella Corporation, which Maya is obviously part of it too. And this other guy was on the ship, and most of probably the Baker's family is part of it too, because how does this large ship end up in this bayou, which I live down in Louisiana, and it's hard to get a big freighter or cruise ship down into a bayou. even at the size and strength of Eveline in the end, it's be pretty much hard. But the bioweapons in the end are huge, especially the whale and Resident Evil Revelations. Resident Evil 5, large creatures. It don't seem like Evelyne's was that massive collective size. She wouldn't probably even have that much biomass in the end, even if she took up the whole swamp. It also brings another question that why on the ship, why the virus and the rise of zombies. That's why I'm saying this is a whole different virus, which they are calling the E virus. It's the combination of the C virus and the coronavirus, which there's a whole list of viruses, not including the Illuminatus, or virus and many viruses that came out of Resident Evil 4, 5, and 6, which are totally different from this one. And some biomass zombies that's come out of those were the regenerators, which is kind of what Jack and Margarita did, but it's totally different. You never know the biomass from the viruses could have been turned, which Jack in the end showed more of the C virus mutations after being shot and turned to mutated Jack. Let's see. That's all my theories upon Resident Evil 7. If you'd like to see me play it, watch me on YouTube, which I'll connect a couple clips to the end of this video, the boss battles, the playthroughs. Also, you can catch me on Twitch, the full playthrough. Also, you can catch me on the arcade for many other games, mobile gaming, and more. So, if you agree and please like this video. If you share it with your friends, comment if you disagree or agree. Leave what you think upon this page. I'd like to hear more what you think, information you find out from the game, points you might add to mine. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more Crackpot theories, more video games, and silly things from me and my friends. Goodbye.